I want to welcome you to our annual meeting. Thank you for joining us tonight. We have a bigger audience than we did the first annual meeting, so thank you again. And my name is Christina. I am manager of Souderton Connects, and
Liz Heitzman, coordinator.
so her and I are the ones who work in the nitty-gritty with all the businesses, and if you don't know who we are, we would love to connect with you sometime after this meeting. We have gone to many places of business. We have talked about what you're looking to create with us, and based on your business, we have some solutions, and we can help you and promote you and show you what is offered to you through being a part of Souderton Connects. We do have speakers tonight that will be sharing what we are doing through our committees. We also have our marketing firm that will be here tonight giving you a really nice presentation on what we're doing to drive traffic, not only through social media, but into Souderton, which is only a benefit to your business. So before we start, I just wanted to read to you, which I felt was important. Who are we? So who is Souderton Connects? Some of you may not really know what the benefits are for you as a business, and we want to make sure that we are here to help you through that process and to support you in finding that journey for your business and us as a collaboration. So who are we? Our mission of Souderton Connects is to help brand, market, and beautify Souderton and promote the common interests of its businesses. We do this through strategic attention to business and retail development, felicitation of cultural institution anchors, streetscape beautification, community special events, and other initiatives that improve the economic vitality of Souderton. And what do we do? So since 2016, we have been working alongside more than 200 property owners within the borough of Souderton. We provide marketing, networking, beautification, community engagement, collaboration, and economic development. We do ribbon cuttings, milestone celebrations, so those of you that have been here for a very long time, that is something we want to celebrate with you. Advertising, promotional opportunities, and more. So not only do we help the big businesses, but we also host many community events, and that is also a win-win for our business community because we are bringing people from the outside and local neighboring communities into Souderton, and while they're here, they may say, "Ooh, I think I want to come back to visit this business or that business, or I didn't realize Souderton has a lot for me to offer." So some of our community events throughout the year that happen are So You Think You Can Cook, and that happens the first Wednesday in March. Then we have Third Fridays. That happens May through October, every third Friday on Main Street. We have Souderton Art Jam. That is the last Saturday in September, and that is held up at the pool and the community park. Then we roll right into our holiday season, and these are our two upcoming events. We have the Souderton Tree Lighting, which is the first Friday in December, so that will be coming up in just a few short weeks here. That is held in the Hollow at the Red Brick Suites parking lot. And then our very last event of the season and each year is our Souderton Holiday Parade. That is the first Saturday in December, where we shut down Main Street all the way out to Broad. So it's between the Caruso's area that the parade starts all the way out to where the old high school was at School Lane and Broad Street. And that is the first Saturday in December, and that starts at 11 a.m. So with all of those community things that happen, that bring people in, we also have committees that work alongside of our board and of our executive board. Some of our committees are governance, finance, beautification, economic development, marketing, and the volunteer events team. So we are having presentations from some of them tonight, and the first person that I would love to bring up would be Harry. And Harry is chair of 2 of our committees, so he'll be giving 2 back-to-back reports. Lucky Harry. And Harry's going to talk about governance and beautification. You're welcome.
Hi everybody, I'm Harry Boardman. My wife and I are property owners and business owners here in town. We've been here for about 5.5 years, 6 years now. And in that time we've gotten to be involved in a lot of different events and projects. And now I get to chair a couple of committees and work to help move things along with Souderton Connects and our events and our programs. The first committee I chair is the Governance Committee. The Governance Committee handles things like reviewing bylaws and policies and lots of exciting things like that. And in the Governance Committee this year, we handled a few different projects. Not a lot of them are big and exciting, but they're all important and they help things move along and they help our processes improve each year. Some of the things that we worked on this year were bylaw revisions to enhance inclusivity in the form of better understanding what a stakeholder is to us and how the mix of our board can be enhanced and improved over time. Another thing that we worked on was simplifying our meeting schedule. We used to meet monthly, now we meet bi-monthly, so we meet 6 times a year. And that's allowed us to have our committees meet on the opposite bi-monthly schedule, so it frees people up because everybody's sort of involved in everything. So this has made us a little bit more efficient and let us all at least take a look into something called free time. We have ongoing efforts to create stronger processes for board member nominations and elections. There were some questions in the election process this year, so we're looking to improve that a little bit, and make that a little smoother for next year. And if any of you are interested in joining this board, you should get in touch with Liz and Christina and talk about that. That'll happen in about 10 months from now or something, so there's plenty of time to think about it, get psyched up about it. And then another thing we're looking to do, which is actually next year, but something we've sort of talked about, is planning for some kind of team building and training exercises for our board members and for our staff. And that's the broad scope of what this committee did. This is I guess this is a 4-person committee. So myself, Margaret Zielinski, who's here, Lisa Leister is not able to be here tonight, and Dustin Wade, who used to be on our board and lives in Virginia, but is actually getting his graduate degree in this, so he's staying on the committee to help us along. The next committee I chair is the Beautification Committee. As an artist and a gallery owner, this is the committee that's a little bit more close to home for me. I'm really much more passionate about this than working on bylaws. The Beautification Committee is an interesting thing. We're working to create a public art program. We're looking to help make this town not just say it's cared about and that it's taken care of. We want people to really see it when they walk through our town, when they come to visit us, to see a show, to get a meal, to visit our businesses, or to visit their friends. So through the beautification program, this year we have created a public art programs guideline document, which allows anybody to look at our public art program, understand what's involved in it, and know what we're looking to do and how that might work out. We also have 2 different kinds of submission forms that go with that through the Souderton Connects website, which is soudertonconnects.com. And one of those is a property owner form where you can express your interest to say, hey, I've got a wall or a place for a piece of sculpture or some kind of something to engage with the community, and you're looking for something on your property. The other form says essentially, I don't have property, but I have an idea and I'd like to submit my idea for consideration. So if you fit either of those scenarios or know someone that does, please get them in touch with us. We're going to be launching a new program next year that we've been working on called the Art Banners Program. As you go through town, you see banners on the poles. We're going to be working to support local artists who can submit their work, and we'll have a few banners from a different artist each year. So every year you'll see 6 banners with a different artist's work, one of them with 6 different pieces. and then it'll have Souderton Connects graphics on it, so people can engage with the arts and also beautify the town. We just had new, what I'm considering to be evergreen signs made for our Souderton Headlines project. Souderton Headlines are the metal newspaper machines with murals painted on them. They had maps of all of our businesses on there, and the kids realized they could break them off. So we have new signs that are much sturdier, but instead of having an actual map of the businesses, they have QR codes and links that people can type into their phones, so that the maps are now updated on our website. Liz made us an amazing interactive map that you can filter by type of business, you can find what you're looking for, and find other things that you're gonna like too. We have a project plan for 2023, so we've got our next steps laid out ahead of us with some exciting new projects. We just completed a mural project at the corner of Main and Broad Street. There's a metal traffic control box, so while you're sitting there at the red light, looking at northbound and Univest, now you can have another thing to look at, which is a great artist painted by mural painted by an artist named Emily White out of Philadelphia. It's really fantastic and inspired by our town and its history. We've had more community partners starting to get in touch with us, looking to say, I have a piece of property, I'd like to talk to you about something in a couple of years, so it's nice to know that there's interest on the line. And we're just generally working to help improve the look and feel of our town and how people consider it. So when they park here, they're gonna feel like their car is gonna be where they left it, and maybe they need to get something fixed, but they don't have to, and that they're gonna walk through a town that they like and that the experience is gonna be good. Thank you.
Wonderful. So next up we have economic development, and we have our two co-chairs. Now you're coming up too.
I was ready to do like improv right now.
This has been a shared. So Allison and Kylie, we're gonna turn it over.
Hi
to
everyone.
them.
Really cool to see a lot of new faces here this year, I think, and a lot of familiar faces too. I know at least 75% of the people in this room, so that's nice. So the Economic Development Committee, I'm the co-chair. Kylie is also the co-chair. We chair together. My background, so I don't own a business here in town. I do own a house, and I grew up here, so I know it pretty well. I have a 15-year-old son who goes to Souderton High School. I went to Souderton School District, so my roots are here. My background is in economic development. I work in planning and zoning at a local township, so that's where my expertise comes in. Our mission is actually pretty simple, and it's a decent explanation of what economic development is. So in the context of Souderton Borough, the mission that we have adopted was our committee exists to help attract businesses to the borough that fit the desires and needs of the current and future residents, and to support current businesses and commercial property owners within the bid. So it's pretty simple. You know, we want to attract people here, but equally or possibly even more importantly, we want to make sure our existing business owners are successful and happy and comfortable, and we want to see them thrive. So that's what we want to do. So in that vein, we host events. We do a lot of different things to try to support the business community. We've broke it down to 4 things that we wanted to talk about tonight, because I think I have 5 minutes, and I maybe only have half of that left. So the first thing we did was late 2021 into early 2022, we created a new business welcome kit. Starting a business, as most of you probably know, can be extremely tricky. You come in here, you don't know how to get permits, you don't know which signage you can have, you don't know if your business will work in the building that you fell in love with, you don't know any of these things. So we created a document that we hope simplified that process for a lot of people. It has lots of links to resources, it gives you names of people in the borough you should reach out to, links to zoning permits and building permits, etc. So that was a really big important document that we created. We did a focus group with local business owners. We circulated many drafts. We met with the borough, got their blessing, and then we finally published that welcome kit to the Souderton Connects website. It's under the Economic Development tab. If you haven't visited it, please take a peek. It was Liz and Christina did a lot of work on that as well, so they really are the ones that pulled it together. So we're very happy about that. The next thing is, so we kind of kicked off what we hope is going to be a series of social/educational networking events with our bid members. We had a mixer night at the Broad Theater. Kyle, where are you? Okay. Charlie, thank you for hosting us. we had a great time, and everybody got a free beer. There was food, lots of kind of mingling, and we hope for a bigger turnout next time. But everybody said they loved it. We followed up that with a survey that was essentially, we want to pick the brains of the business owners to find out what kind of events they want going forward. So that was really the whole point of that. We only had 7 responses to that, so we really need more responses. I think do we have a what are those cards? QR, yeah, to link to that survey. Do we have one of those, or if not,
tonight, but
you're gonna get emails, and it's gonna have links to that survey. Please fill it out. The responses we did get are amazing, so just want to keep that going. So, Kylie, I'll hand it over to you to your check-ins.
real quick, 30 seconds. I'm Kylie Harrington. I live in town. Kids go to school here. I'm a property owner, an investor, and a real estate agent at RE/MAX. So, one of the things that our committee formed were what we call Kylie check-ins. So basically, we're hitting the pavement and we're trying to get to each and every one of you that is a property owner or a business owner. So some of you have seen my face already. We're just trying to give you a face to Souderton Connects, to know that we're here for you. If you have anything good to say or negative or something that you want done, we're here to bounce all that feedback off of. So it's happening slowly. We are volunteers and we're putting it in where we can, but we will be stopping in to see you all soon.
So the last thing we have that we wanted to showcase was some of you who were at the last annual meeting might have become familiar with the Revitalization plan. Anybody remember that? Kind of? Okay, I see nods. A couple people in this room are on the steering committee for that. These ladies attend. Liz, I don't think Liz comes. But basically it's a collaboration between the borough, key stakeholders, and the county planning commission. And that is creating a document that, to sum it all up in a very simple way, is going to help guide the inevitable growth of the borough in a way that fits with the wishes and the desires of the people in the borough. So growth is inevitable. I always say that to say to work all the time. It's managed growth that we're interested in, and growth that takes into consideration the people that live here already. So that document is very close to being wrapped up. We have our first public event December 12th, right? We had an amazing response rate to the survey that came out. So you probably saw a survey from the county. Danielle Baer is the county planner that we're working with. And we got at least, 1,500 responses to that, which is incredible. So many detailed responses, so much feedback from the residents here asking us what they want to see, or telling us what they want to see as far as retail, community space, sustainability, walkability, art, just the list goes on and on. So that document, the revitalization plan itself should be finished, I think, in the coming months. Like after December 12th, we have our public outreach meeting where we do like another feedback session. We float the draft, we get everybody's feedback on that. Then I think it's pretty much almost done. So we're really excited about that. That's my favorite thing that's going on. And yeah, we hope to see you at all future events. Please fill out the survey that you're gonna get in your email. I'm so sorry they're annoying. I get them all the time and I delete, but just for me and Kylie and our team, Eddie, and everybody else here that's on the committee. So thank you so much for being here. And let us know if you have any questions. We're always looking for new members. So questions and new members, come to me, Kylie, if you're interested. Okay.
So next I would like to bring up our marketing firm. So we have Bill here. He's going to give you some updates. He has a great presentation. Scott Higgins, who is chair of our marketing committee, he was not able to join us tonight, so we have a man here, Bill. So
Great.
we'll take it away.
Thanks so much. Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's still Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Happy Wednesday. My name is Bill Gehrman, and I own En Route. We're a small marketing firm that works exclusively in the tourism, civic, and cultural space. We represent a number of neighborhood districts and CDCs and bids and such, and we've been working with Souderton for about 2.5 years. And we're really excited. There's a lot of great things, we have a lot of great things to report. So I'm going to go through some numbers, try to not make it too heavy, and please let me know as we go through at the end if you have any questions. So The first thing, the great thing about marketing that I love having a small firm is that even though we're a small firm and we have a lot of clients because they're mainly nonprofits that don't have huge budgets, we can still track results, right? So the days of placing an ad somewhere in a newspaper and hoping, does anybody walk in my store, does anybody come, that's all gone. Everything we do is, not everything we do, a lot of what we do is digital, and we can track it in real time. So this first chart shows website visitation. That's a main metric that we look at, is how many people are coming and are they aware of Souderton. And then they get the Souderton Connects website, they can get to the businesses and events. So the blue line is 2022, the orange line is 2021, and you can see that we had a great August and September in 2021, but generally, the blue line, you can see here that we're up 48% in users of the website. So we love seeing this. One thing that we're really happy about is we're seeing a lot from COVID last year. The majority of our attractions and museums and gardens and other folks, we're seeing almost everybody across the board, their website visitation is lower this year. And at first I'm like, well, I've never seen these numbers before. Why would website visitation be like 30% lower? And it's because last year, not everything was open. Last year, people were kind of looking for things to do nearby because nobody traveled, right? So last year, all these website traffic was off the charts, and now this year it's a little more baseline, like settling in. But the good news for Souderton, the next slide, is that everything is going the right direction. So the number of people that came to the website is up 48%. The sessions, which means how many times somebody visited, is up 51%. Your page views, the number of individual pages, is up 44%. And we want the bounce rate to go down. The bounce rate means they came to your website and they left real quickly. They didn't like what they saw, they didn't find it. So we are really thrilled that from 2021 to 2022, all of the metrics are looking great. The other thing we look at is where are people coming from the website. So this pie chart shows you the main areas of where people come from to get to your website. Organic means they searched through a search engine. Social media. Direct means they typed in the URL exactly as it is. Paid is the Google ads that we do. Referral means it came from another website. Email comes from email marketing. So what you can see is you have a nice mix, which we like to see. We like to have a pie chart that's mixed up. But if you look on the right, everything's up. Organic's up. Social's up, direct, and the organic I love is that organic is more than doubled, which means that people are looking for you. It's not just that we put a lot of money in and they're coming, people are looking for Souderton and they're finding Souderton Connects. Next. Social media is really big, right? Social media is the main way that we can engage with people, find new followers. So what we're really thrilled about is, again, if you see in 2021, we were able to work with your team to increase your followers by 27%, and your Instagram for that, Facebook followers up 27%, Instagram followers up 37%. We're almost exactly the same percentages. So in this year, we've increased your Facebook followers by 605 and Instagram by 374. It is my team works closely with Liz, and we're the ones posting every day and putting information out there. Hopefully you've met some of my hopefully friendly faces of my employees coming out to your shops, because the businesses and the events are really what make it so dynamic. And you can see here some demographics that I won't get into right now. But we love reach. So we have a lot of clients that they call me up and they're like, Bill, we're doing all this work, we're posting every day, and I'm counting the likes. Like, I only have 5 likes, I only have 7 likes, I only have 17 views of my video. Is this all worth it? And what we've learned is you gotta look past the likes. Because I know when I'm death scrolling through my Instagram feed, I see more than I actually click on, right? So what we like is the reach. So your Facebook reach and your Instagram reach, and this is kind of a calendar, your Facebook reach is up 100%, your Instagram reach is up 689%. So we've reached so many more people this year versus last year. So we're really happy with these numbers. And what we want to just highlight is, what are we doing with social media? So this year, obviously, video, anybody that works with social media, we are not doing TikTok. That's something we are not doing, but we are doing a lot of Instagram and Facebook, and we're increasing that video content. So we are coming out here. We're on the ground a few times throughout the seasons. We're capturing content. We go back and we edit it, and we create some reels. Ice cream was the way to go. We got over 1,000 views. I have to say, these are my surprise stars. As I was watching the Phillies pep rally, I was home and all geared up and watching Fox 29 have this circus of a pep rally. And there were these kids, and all of a sudden, where are they from? They're from Souderton. And so they were the stars of Fox 29. We had nothing to do with that. So cheers to the band and choral director. But that video got over 1,700 views. Food is really popular. Ice cream, pizza wins, it looks like, across everything. But we are creating Instagram Reels highlighting all the individual businesses. We're also reposting your content. So we keep an eye on what you're posting, and we hope that you're tagging Souderton Connects. That's what we do, is we look and see who's tagging Souderton. We look at location tags, we look at hashtags, we look at who's tagging Souderton Connects. We find that, and then we'll repost. And this is from Downtown Scoop. And then the other thing that's new this year are collaborative posts. Instagram created these collaborative posts where basically two people can put out the same post, and it's a great way because if I put it with somebody else, everybody sees the post. So it's a great way to get other people to join. So again, we did a collaborative post with Broad Street Grind and with Raw Replenish. So food and drink, it's all about Souderton. So we're trying some new ways to just get engagement, get people excited, and get them to deliberately feel, taste, smell Souderton. We also amplify our press hits. I'm going to talk about public relations in a minute. This is a piece from the Bucks County Courier-Times. We push that out through your social media as well. And then we also do social media advertising. So we work with the Souderton Connects team, and there's a budget. Then we do social media ads for the different events. So we've done all of Third Fridays, Art Jam, we're doing a holiday gift guide, and we'll also be doing one for the tree lighting and holiday parade. And these we can geo-target, so we're hitting neighboring areas. So it's not just reaching people who follow your channels, it's also reaching new audiences. And then public relations. I will be honest with you, and I've said to Liz and Christina, when we first took the account, I said to my public relations team, I'm like, can we get Philadelphia TV cameras to go out there? Like, we haven't kind of a little further than we usually reach. And I will say that thanks to Souderton Connects efforts and thanks to my team, we've actually every year, we've had, I think, all of the networks get out here at some point. So we are reaching locally, very locally, like the Reporter, Bucks County Courier-Times. We are reaching out to a lot of Visit Philly, so the tourism market. We've been on 6 ABC, FYI Philly, NBC 10 this year. So I hope you guys are happy. We're really happy with what we've been able to put out there. Again, some of this is where that referral traffic comes from. Somebody sees it, there's always a link to your website, and that brings people in. Maybe they follow your social media, it all fills together. And the next one, if you click on it, I want to see if it comes up. Click the picture. Does it usually have video? It won't. Okay. Anyway, that was just the FYI Philly. I tried to insert a video. I knew I would fail. It was great. FYI Philly did a highlight on Art Jam, which I thought I was really, really happy. And then finally, something special this year is the board came to us and said, we'd like to advance our marketing, and we feel that we need to expand our branding. We changed to Souderton Connects, but we feel we need a tagline. So we did a brief branding exercise with members of the board, and when we come down to attributes, is what does Souderton Connect, what makes Souderton Connect speak? What's the main messaging? What are the pillars of the existence? We came down to creative, caring, and connected. And I will say creative is easy. The Beautification Committee, Harry does a great job, and we love all the art. We love the art that you can buy here. We love Art Jam. That's easy. Connected, one of the things I loved about Connected when I did some research was learning about the origins of Souderton, and that Souderton was like a major train line to New York City. And so you are at this kind of crossroads. But I want to say, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, the caring was really important because it is a really tight community, and you're not a massive business district that like it's all about, it's a people live here, the people who live here work here, and the property owners, everybody's involved in. And something that I wouldn't say that I would match up with all of our clients like that, but I thought the caring was really important. And so what we came up with is our tagline, is Souderton, where creativity meets community. And so this was adopted by the board maybe 2 months ago. And so the first thing we did our last visit of our social media team, so they're starting to create reels and create stories on social media that are to reflect where creativity meets community. And I think that's it. I want to say a big thank you. We love working with you guys. We love coming out here. It's, you know, it's really, it's a great project. I'm happy to see that we're making an impact. I hope you're seeing it in your stores, you know, and we want to, if we can answer questions for you, like how should I use social media, or what should I be investing in? We're happy to answer some basic questions. Are there any questions right now about all this information I put up there?
Any comments, either of them?
One comment, this is my first meeting here, Randy Moyer, Specialty Foods. I have a large Facebook following because we had a retail store for probably the first 7 years we owned our property. We expanded, we had to lose the store because we needed more office space. I'm 51, I'm kind of that old school. My teenage daughters teach me more about social media. You're doing this wrong, Dad, or I'll say, how do I attach music to this video or whatever. But it's interesting, like, so I just looked at my phone, I'm like, am I connected to Souderton Connects? Because I'm in the big, like, and I'm like, I'm not even following the thing. But I guess the question I have is, what should I be hashtagging?
Yep.
Since we don't have retail, but we have all these Facebook followers, I rarely post, but like if I'm starting to post like gift basket sales, like we just, we're starting to do parade candy. I talked to Christina yesterday. A lot of businesses buy parade candy to throw out.
Yeah.
So what should I be hashtagging in Instagram to kind of get that out in the local community?
So the main thing is hashtag Souderton Connects.
Okay.
You can hashtag Souderton. I also think, did Kion do we have a little toolkit for the businesses?
Yes, so there's a social media toolkit. I can email it to you after the
Okay.
meeting. And there's also a way you can submit your content right to us to make sure that we can highlight you as like a dedicated post.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna ask, is above just the hashtagging, if we have a marketing department, how can they integrate better with?
Yep.
with
If you can reach out to the staff and we'll connect with you, and I mean, we want that. So when we first started working with Liz, and Liz was like, how do I get people to like submit things for social media? And I said, it just takes time. You just remind them, and we do this. We show them what happens over time is, yes, we would love all of you to be sending us information, letting us know what's going in. If candy is the thing to talk about right now, you know, we want to know that. You can send pictures through, you know, Liz can give you an email and connect you directly with our team. We'd love your stuff. If you want to do one of these collaborative posts, great. You know, you are the story. We're not making things up. We're not in a studio somewhere like, here, make this look like Souderton. Like, we're here and it's all about you. So we would love to get your assets. And if you have a marketing person or a 18-year-old daughter or whoever that wants to, trust me, I'm 51 and I hire 20-somethings. Like, I feel like I hire younger every year because I know the marketing side of it, but I have to go to them and be like, so the client wants this. Is that how that works? But yeah, we'd love to connect with all of you. It's something, it can impact all your businesses. Any other questions? Yes?
I just have a comment. So we're Downtown Scoop owners, and you guys just did a phenomenal job. Like, there was one video that you guys did that was just amazing. So thank you so much. It was so cool. We watched it over and over again. It was so cool. So thank you so much. It was amazing.
Great. I heard all about that visit when they were coming. And I will say, you know, different businesses have different comfort levels with the social media. So sometimes they walk in and they have to really say like, hi, yeah, no, we're for real, you know, and do this. They were like, oh, the Downtown Scoop, their staff was all over it, and they were showing us and let us behind. So yeah, we are used to working with businesses. One of our other clients is Chestnut Hill Business District on the outskirts, at the edge of Philly. And you know, my team, if they walk up the street, they like kind of get harassed. So people are like, oh, they know them. So they're like, well, I have a question. How do I do this? And where do I get a picture? So please let us know when you see Tajane is your account manager, and Kaihan is our social media guy. Alex does the digital marketing, and there's a few. We've just grown to 11 people. So there'll be, of the 11 members of our team, half of us work on Souderton Connect. So you have a number of people with different specialties.
Does your company get involved with like a newer website design?
We don't do websites. We don't do graphic design. But if anybody does need, I mean, I don't know, there's actually,
We actually have Pixelmite in the room, who is in business.
There you
and
go, I was
he
gonna
does
say.
that. So we will introduce you to Josh
Yep.
before you leave tonight.
just gonna say, I've run into a couple Souderton people, like different business, and they've learned about us, and they've talked to us, so yeah, and, we're happy to connect you with anybody we know in the community.
And if it's safe to say, whether you're in the service, whether you have a service business and you're providing services, or whether you're retail, or whether you do some specialty things, but also have a warehouse, we will figure out a way to make the marketing work for you and for your target audience. So just because you may be service and not necessarily have, say, ice cream that you're selling, that's the hot thing, they can make it look hot and interesting and still drive traffic to you. So that's why it's really important that Liz and I get to know your business, know what you're looking to create, make sure that we're plugging you into the right areas, and then, you know, collaboration with Bill, it works for each of the businesses, just a little bit differently for each of you, but it's available to all of you.
Totally, and don't be afraid to like reach out and be like, you know, I'm trying to, how can I highlight, what can I do? Because every month is different. Things are seasonal, things are holiday. There's a National Everything Day, right? There's a National Hot Dog Day, but there's a National Nurses Day, and there's a National Accountant. There's always, you know, there's stories that we can create. So yeah, please don't feel like, oh, I'm not food and beverage. There's nothing to do for me. You know, it's all your stories matter. Great, and I'll be around for questions afterwards.
Thank you so much, Bill. So that was very exciting for us to have Bill here tonight. So also what's very exciting is the collaboration that we get to have between the borough and their staff. They weren't able to be here tonight, but I wanted to just put this out there as a couple thank yous, because the collaboration and all the support that we get from our community, Liz and I could not do what we do to support all of you if it wasn't for some people. So I just want to recognize Chief Newhall and his staff and all the support that he gives us when we want to shut roads down and we want to do all these crazy things in town, and logistically he guides us through that process. Also, Mike with his borough staff, they send you all out your text messages and your information when we are shutting down roads and when we have things. So they are very supportive, and I know a bunch of you are in the room. We have Borough Council here, and of course our mayor is here. So if you guys could raise your hands so people know who you are. Maybe some of the businesses don't know you. Obviously everyone knows the chief because you're in uniform. But so thank you for your continued support, and also talking to our Borough Council has been really great in coming out and talking to businesses that may not know who we are, and they're making those personal connections and helping us reach even more businesses and stakeholders in Souderton. So thank you for your support in that. And also too, I want to mention the neighboring Telford and Franconia. They do a lot when it comes to the bigger events that end up going into their townships or boroughs. So I want to just publicly thank them. And I also want to introduce Steve from Indian Valley Chamber. He is a huge support. If Steve's waving his hand in the back, those of you that may not know him, he works a lot with Liz and I in ribbon cuttings and celebrations and doing, we've done different events with him as a collaboration, and he brings a different perspective to it too. So make sure you connect with Steve if you haven't already, for the chamber. And I believe, Steve, if they go to the website, they can get your free newsletter too, correct?
Yes, yep.
Okay, awesome. And then I would like to acknowledge our board members that are in the room, because again, that is something that gives Liz and I support, it gives guidance, it gives our volunteers, the committees, and all of the great things that you're seeing tonight. We could not do it without our committee chairs, our volunteers, our board members. So if you are a board member, an executive board member, a volunteer, can you please stand up, because I would like to thank all of you. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. So thank you so much. And I also want to publicly thank all of our sponsors that help keep our events and our programs running. We could not do it without you, and some of you are in the room and you know who you are, so thank you so much for your support. I would like to, before we move on, and Liz and I take a few minutes to talk about some of the things that, again, in a little bit more detail, what we can help you with. I'd like to see if our president would like to say a few words. He's in the back of the room, so Martin, I'll give you the floor.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out. I just wanted to say it was an honor and a privilege to serve as your president and your vice president before this year. We're a newer organization, finding our footings. We had a little bit of a rocky start, but we're getting there, and all the volunteers and all the committees really started gelling well midway through the year, getting their footings, and I can't wait to see what's coming up in the future. So any problems, questions, or concerns, please reach out. We can't solve them if we don't know them. So I do want to request that, you know, personally from you guys, because we can only get better if we know there's an issue. So I'll be around a little bit later if anybody has any comments, concerns, but it was an honor and a privilege to serve for you this year, and I'll be staying on for another year as past president, just to kind of help with the realm and be out at all the events and see another successful year. Any questions or comments now? All right, thanks, appreciate it.
So Liz wanted to stay behind her computer, but I'm making her come up here with me. So before her and I speak for a second, I do want to acknowledge and thank the outgoing seats that have served on our either executive committee or our board. So Martin as president, thank you. Harry as secretary, Charlie as our treasurer, Margaret as our past president, and I think maybe she snuck out. Scott Higgins, who wasn't able to be here tonight, as our marketing chair, Brian Nace, who's a board member, and Allison also as a board member. So thank you for serving with us. We hope you stay on in some manner, which I know most of you are, but those roles will be rotated out this year. So thank you for all of your hard work and what we do. So if Liz could join me up here. Everyone has shared their background as far as who they are and why they're here, and I thought it was important that you know who we are. So I'm gonna let Liz introduce herself first for a minute or so here.
Sure, yeah. I first got to know Souderton Connects by hearing about the Souderton Headlines murals in town, and actually being a part of Souderton Art Jam because I am also an artist and have a design business. So that's how I first got involved, but since the beginning, what's most excited me is getting to meet the new businesses as they come in and helping them find a space, connecting them with our other businesses that are in town, and walking them all the way through the process to that ribbon cutting event. And then it's neat to touch base after they've opened and just getting that great feedback that they love working with all the businesses in town, and that feeling that they get, that welcoming feeling from Souderton. I also wanted to mention a lot of the things that were mentioned today, the new business welcome kit, it's over on the table, some other great things to take home, and a lot of resources are on our site, soudertonconnects.com.
Wonderful. And you've heard me talk all night, but I'll take a minute here. Again, my name is Christina DeVirgilis. I have been in the same location, not more than 5 miles from my original house. My parents still live on Green Street, so I am a hometown girl. And those of you that know me know that, like, Saudi all the way. So graduated from the high school. Our children have gone through the high school. I'm proud to say we're all alumni. I drug my husband in from an outside area, but he is now as in love with my hometown as I am. We used to have a business in the bid. We have since sold that. We are both entrepreneurs. I do have my own business that I've had for over 14 years. So when I'm working with all of you and with Liz and with our community, it comes from, and I get emotional because that's how much I love my hometown. But it comes from a place of really caring and wanting to see our community thrive and wanting to bring new people in. And when you're working with businesses, it's so exciting to be working with them from the scratch and then pointing them in the right direction when they have to go to Borough Hall and connecting them with the right people. So it is a joy of ours to work together. She's like the other half of my brain, and we just really, really love to dive in deep with our businesses and with new businesses that want to come into the area. And we both understand from the perspective of having our own businesses and the importance of community and connecting. And I also own a networking group too. So if we know people, so we can help connect our businesses. And speaking of that, connect with us. See, notice how connection is in our name and it's throughout our talk. Connect with us on social media. So like Bill was saying, on Instagram, on Facebook. That is really important. You're going to see what's happening. You're going to see how it's growing. Also to sign up on our website if you're not getting the newsletters. I talked to a couple of you this week who said, I absolutely don't get your newsletters. I don't know what is happening. If that is you, please see Liz or myself, because we want to make sure that you are getting those newsletters so you know what's happening and you know what's available to you, especially when we have mixers and things like this. We want to make sure that you're getting the information. If anything, Liz and I over communicate. So if you're not getting it, there's something wrong on that end. Also too, if you don't know this, you have your own personal login to our website. So if that's something that you're not utilizing or you're not sure how to do, again, a good connection to talk to Liz and I about. We want to make sure that you have access to that because that is part of your benefit. That's where you can, the digital sign out here, you see how pretty and it goes through all the businesses. That's how you can submit content for that too. That is also a benefit to you. And your business is being listed on our website. So you can scroll, it's all in categories listed, a great job on that. You should all be listed. If your information is wrong, again, that's where you would use the portal to update any information, any contact info that may need to be updated. So now we're going to open it up just in general for any questions that somebody may have thought about for Harry or Allison and Kylie or even Bill. Any general questions or comments that anyone has? No? Oh, go ahead, Mayor Dan.
This isn't a question. I just want to say that though I have had a tumultuous relationship with the bid over the years, that this compliment does not come lightly. This is the best that this organization has ever been, and I hope you all feel it as much as I do, that Souderton is really on the map now. It's not just, I hear that all the time, that Souderton is cool, and that wasn't always the case. So thank you to all of you, not only business owners, but the bid has actually had a pretty palpable impact on Souderton. So it's happening. Let's keep making it happen.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Dan. Any other questions or comments? Okay. Well, with that, I'm sure there is still plenty of food and dessert. We did want to mention that Dominos has a new owner. His name is Bash. He was not able to stay due to staffing issues, which I'm sure some of you know that struggle. But they donated all the food for tonight. So if you do go into Domino's, please thank them. We are going to make sure that we thank them on social media. They did provide everything for us tonight. Feel free to take some home. Come and ask any of us questions. We'll hang out afterwards.